Hi, this is Mike Kennedy, M005 Kennedy, coming to you today. We're going to try to make some refrigerator pickles, a very small batch. So join me. Okay, breaking with my traditional way of doing things, we're going to actually read the directions, okay? First, I got this Ball, little package of Kosher Dill Pickle Mix. $1.39 at Bernie's, a Maine adventure. If you've seen their commercials, that's on all their commercials. $1.39. It's going to make 2 quart jars, supposedly. I got these 2 quart jars. I think I got these at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure though. I've got my 3.5 pounds of cucumbers. Let's see what else we need. We need 3.5 pounds of cucumbers, 2 cups water. I got that. Vinegar. We got that. We got the package. And we got the 2 32-ounce jars. Now we have 2 options of doing this. We have the real way with the heat where it actually stays for a year, or we have the refrigerator pickles, which I'm going to do today, that refrigerate up to 3 months. Now if you do the regular canning method with all the hot water and everything there, they last a year, and you're supposed to let them wait for 4 to 6 weeks. If you do the refrigerator, you're supposed to let them last for 3 weeks. Let them alone for 3 weeks before you taste them. So we're going to try this. So let's see what we do. Got the cucumbers into spears, and I thought I was going to cut them the other way just for the fun of it, to make them better for sandwiches. Combine water, vinegar, and contents into a pouch. Contents of the pouch into a medium saucepan. Heat to boil. Pack based on enjoy now or fresh preserves. So we're going to do the pack now. Enjoy now. Pour hot pickle liquid over cucumber spears in a large bowl. Cool to room temperature about 30 minutes. Pack cucumber spears in jars. Ladle pickle liquid over cucumbers. Place lids, bands on jars. Keep refrigerated. For best flavor, allow pickles to stand in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. So I've got this, and I also bought today, I actually bought these like from the store, from the regular store. I've got to find a farm stand where I can buy these much cheaper, and then I'm going to try bread and butter pickles. And I bought the spices for them, unless someone wants to give me a bread and butter pickle recipe. I'd like an old one. My parents used to make bread and butter pickles. I liked them a lot, but I bought one of these Ball type seasonings, and it makes 7 quarts, so I need a lot more cucumbers, and I'm not going to pay $1 a pound for them. I'm going to go to a farm stand. Okay, so there we've got our first thing. We're going to cut off the ends. Then we're going to combine the water and boil it. So I'll be back after I've cut the cucumbers. The magic knife. Cut off the ends. It's cut in spears. No, we're going to cut in slices because I want them for sandwiches, and I just think they'll be better in slices than spears that you have to cut anyway. So I'm cutting them like this. It looks like I've got way more cucumbers than will fit. What do you think? That's at 3.5 pounds. That's 3.5 pounds. Or 3.5 pounds gonna fit in there. 3.5 pounds where I bought them. Okay, we're $3.50 at Hannaford Supermarket. The jars were each $1. The spices were $1.29. And then I've got some vinegar. I'm not quite sure the cost of that, so this is going to cost by the time we get done making it. Of course, the jars are reusable, so we'll cut that out of the equation. We'll say $3.50 plus $1.39. Throw in 50 cents for the vinegar, and we'll get $4.40 plus 50. So we'll have a little over $5, so about $2.50 for a thing of pickles this large. We'll see if they taste better or worse than store pickles. Of course, this isn't a treasured family recipe or anything, so your mileage may vary. Maybe we'll get some pickle recipes Okay, here's the official request. I want someone's bread and butter pickle recipe, please, from at least a generation ago. I want something like my parents made. For some reason, we can't find a copy. We've got a copy of their relish, but that's rather involved. And I've never made it. My sister made it. Came out great. Maybe I should try that and share that. My daughter's dog's over here. He thinks I've got treats, but I've offered him cucumber before, and he turns up his nose. So I'm going to offer him one again, just so he knows. Okay, here, Poodle, try it. He's smelling it, smelling it, he's smelling it, and he rejected it. We won't put that one in since it had dog nose on it. Not that that would bother me, but it might bother someone. Cut off the ends. What about this wise tale that you're supposed to go like this first? And that takes all the bitterness out of the cucumber. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but supposedly. You know, I could be heating the liquid now, but I'm not. So that's inefficient. I should have put all the liquid together and started heating that first before I started cutting my cucumbers. But I didn't think of that. And you know, right now I decided I have to stop and get a cucumber break and taste some. And they taste excellent. Don't you hate when you buy a cucumber and it's all bitter? Wow, this is exciting watching me chop, huh? See, well, I already discussed that in a previous video. We won't go there about my bandage. Just the cardinal rule of using a knife is always cut away from yourself. Never cut towards yourself. Or things like this happen. What do you think? No way is that all going to fit in there. Well, good thing is, salads are my primary defense in dieting. I'm making salads, I put cucumbers in. I make a bologna sandwich, instead of putting cheese in, I put thin layers of cucumbers in. I have found that cucumbers sliced thinly take the place of anything like mayonnaise or cheese you would want to put in a sandwich. Sometimes you put the mayonnaise in. Of course, you're doing it for the taste too, but part of the function of it is to make the sandwich more moist. And cucumbers do that, and they add a nice taste to it too. So I am definitely committed to using cucumbers in my sandwiches now. Unfortunately, on my diet, my scales at home broke, so I've got to go to my primary care physician and get weighed. I think I could just walk in his office and not have an appointment and do it, which I hope to do on Monday. I'll post some results if they're good. If they're bad, I'll wait until I've lost more weight, because I hate to embarrass myself in front of people. Hello, bird. He always talks during my videos. Bluck, bluck. What's the chicken say? He's quite amusing. My daughter's has a macaw. Okay, there we go. That looks like way too many. Okay, let's get together the liquid in a medium saucepan. I also got this that I'm not going to use right now, but this is Mrs. Wage's bread and butter pickles. Quick process pickle time. Now, when that says that, I wonder if this is refrigerator pickles or not. You need 11 pounds of cucumbers, 6.5 cups of distilled white vinegar, 7 cups granulated sugar, and 1 pound of bread and butter pickle mix. Is this a pound? This says it's 5.3 ounces. about a pound. Oh, 1 pouch, sorry. 1 pouch, sorry. Okay. With this, now these are the more conventional method. So you do heat the jars up and they seal. It says if they don't seal, eat them in 2 weeks. This says ready to eat after 24 hours. I find that difficult to believe because I thought cucumbers had to set longer to get the taste. But anyway, this is what I think I'll probably be making next, unless one of you intervenes with a really good bread and butter pickle recipe. Okay, we have 2 cups of water. That's going on. We need 1 cup vinegar, 5% acidity. Now it's funny, this doesn't say white vinegar on it, but I'm using this. White vinegar, distilled to 5% acidity. How convenient. You can use this also for, white vinegar can be used in place of the stuff you put in your dishwashing machine to get rid of spots, and it does work. Although my daughter complained that the dishes tasted like vinegar, some of them afterwards, so we went back to the store stuff, which doesn't leave a taste. My goodness, it's that strong. Vinegar. Vinegar has acetic acid in it, which I've done things with photography, and acetic acid is used in photography as a stop bath or film and paper, depending on what you're doing. Okay, now pour the pickle. Okay, 1 cup vinegar. Okay. You will need, I've lost my place here. Combine water, vinegar, and contents of pouch in a medium saucepan. Heat to boil. Okay. Got a neat little place to rip, which is nice for people with arthritic hands like me. Oh my goodness. Whoa, is that strong. Just opening that, I got quite the mouth full of. Now I'm going to just go pick the camera up and let you see in here. Here's our overhead view. Here, there's our overhead view, just like in the fancy cooking shows, huh? You can see the reflection of my lights above. I could even have that up way high, but I don't. But there you are. Okay, so now we're going to turn the heat on and bring that to a medium boil. Okay, here's our large bowl. It doesn't say this specifically, but I know a lot of times when you're cooking and doing pickles, they don't want you to use metal for certain steps. So I'm just assuming that they want plastic for this. Oh, one of them escaped, rolled across the floor. We had a dog once that would eat anything. He would clean up the floor from anything, but this poodle is a little more picky. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully, oh boy, I should read this, but hopefully when I pour the boiling liquid over this, it won't melt the pan. We hope. And after we pour it in, we're going to cool it 30 minutes. Okay, so here's a preview of upcoming gastronomical treats that we're going to try. Zucchini. Was over my son's garden and he gave me a few zucchinis. I found a recipe for chocolate zucchini bread, so I'm going to try that. I've got some lemons, and I forgot one. I'm going to do something with this lemon, but I forgot what. Other thing is, I'll show you some other things. We have some, no, this isn't a drink I stole off of an airliner. I haven't been on a plane for a while, although I've certainly enjoyed in the past for work, flying around a little. I didn't do it a lot, but I did a little. This is Mad Millie's Vegetarian Rennet. So this is to make cheese with. We're going to be making some mozzarella cheese. Here's another thing, Gold Rush. Old fashioned San Francisco style sourdough starter. So I'm going to try doing that too as well. So there's a hint of some of our upcoming videos, and the mystery one that uses the lemon. I forget what I was going to do with that, but I'm just that way now. But we'll figure out something. This package appears to have lied to me. I don't think there's enough liquid to cover the cucumbers. Now maybe that doesn't matter because they're going to be packed in jars anyway. I don't know. I was going to take some out. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know what to do. If my mother was still living, I would give her a call in a second, or my dad, and they would tell me exactly what to do. But it's funny how when someone passes on, it's been a few years, but still when I have a question like that, that's the first thought that comes into my mind. Oh, I can just get on the phone and call and get the answer from my parents. But can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, so we're heating up. Starting to smell like something in here. Oh, you can see a little steam coming off. We're not boiling yet, but we're getting pretty close. Then we're going to pour it over this 3 cups. Yeah, 3 cups of liquid over all of these cucumbers. Then we're going to let cool for half an hour. Then we're going to try to pack the cucumbers in the jars and then put the liquid on the top, leaving well, I guess the headspace isn't important with the refrigerator version, but it is with the other version. Watch pots do boil, but they do definitely take longer. But I thought this would be a nice introduction to me to see what kind of mess I was getting into, is making refrigerator pickles first. Ooh, I hear a sound like it's getting ready to boil, to roar, to boil. Okay, we definitely have boiling liquid. So we're definitely I'm gonna pull it slowly. And then I just thought, what if this melts the bottom out of my plastic bowl? So I'm going to pour it very slowly in, thinking that the cucumbers will absorb some of the heat. And it won't melt a hole in my plastic bowl. There. Turn off the heat. Let's rinse off this bowl, this pickle thing. Put some water in it so it's easier. So let's take a closer look. You can see here the liquid doesn't say the liquid should cover the things, but now we have a half an hour or until it reaches room temperature. But I guess I'm reasoning that it doesn't really matter the ones on the top because they're going to be in the jars and then they'll be covered with liquid. I'm surprised that liquid did seem to almost cover all of them. Maybe if I had done the spears like I was supposed to instead of the slices, it would have worked, but we'll see. I wanted slices. Okay, back in a half an hour. Okay, I did remember what I got the lemon for. One of them is I hadn't had any swordfish since I've been a kid. So I got a small portion of swordfish I'm going to cook on the grill. And I always remembered as a kid loving it, and we always had lemon juice, so that's where the lemon came in after all. And my daughter's going to make lemonade too. Okay, we're at the point, it's half an hour later. We're going to start packing pickles, which I have no idea how to do, but it doesn't look too complicated. I guess we're just going to scoop them all in and jam them in there once we get to that point, I would think. Oops, I've got a scoop with holes in it first. Then we'll pour the liquid in later. Go on, fit in there, you pickles. Pickles. Wonder where the expression "I'm in a pickle" came from. How can you be in a pickle? You're not a pickle. See, I can see I got all kinds of wasted space in here, so I'm gonna jam some in. Oh, there's probably a trick to packing pickles perfectly. Packing pickles perfectly by Peter. My name's Michael Peter, pickle eater. Had a wife, gonna keep her. Put her in a pickle skin, and there he kept her very well. Well, we're gonna have some leftovers if I don't do a better job of it than this. I should have put them in flat, I guess. And I assume if you don't put all the liquid in that's called for and put it in another thing of pickle, there won't be enough juice to make the pickles right. Uh-oh. It looked like there was going to be way too many pickles here. Way too many cucumbers, but there probably isn't. The recipe's probably right, and I'm wrong. I probably just have to commit myself to squeezing all of the pickles in. Switch. See this space? Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. We put them in one at a time, as long as we get them all in there, huh? Peckin' pickles. Wonder if they had anything they packed them with. This was supposed to be enough for 2 quarts. And I'll tell you, it looks like it's slightly over 2 quarts worth of cucumbers. But I can see airspace in these where I'm not an effective pickle packer. I should have packed a peck of pickles first before I packed these. We'll squeeze some more in there. Try to get them down in the empty spaces. Pickles. Try to fit them in the sides. Oh, it looks like we got 3 or 4 slices left. Will I make it? No, there's more slices than I think left. They're going to go right up to the top, I think. Now, let's see if we can get some juice in. I'm going to alternate putting them in the jars. That way they'll each get some of the, there's obviously some spices that didn't dissolve. even distribution of all those pickle spices. Now what if the pickle juice doesn't coat all of the pickles? Will that be a problem? Will that put me in a pickle? I don't know. Looks like it's going to come out about right. We hope. Ooh, that one's almost full. That one's getting there. Oh, there. They're full, but I'm gonna use a slotted spoon. Not maybe not. Let's see if I can filter out some of the. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, let's see if we can't push down a little. That looks full. That looks full. Okay, they're full. We have a little bit of liquid left. So here we are putting the covers on. I've used this tool here, and it really does a good job of tightening the caps. Those nice and tight. And now, here's the hardest part of the recipe. Allow pickles to stand in the refrigerator for 3 weeks. So, we'll see you in 3 weeks. This is Mike Kennedy, M005 Kennedy, saying have a good day and try some pickles.